Makers, it's Bree from Minerva. Today I am here to tell you all about my picks for stitching up a winter capsule wardrobe. It is definitely getting chillier around here, and I know most of us just want to be cozied up by our sewing machine, stitching the winter away, but sometimes it can be a little bit daunting deciding what to make. So I am here to bring you some cute winter sewing inspiration as well as talk through my process for creating a curated seasonal wardrobe. So if you're unfamiliar with the notion of a capsule wardrobe, it's basically a small collection of garments, usually 6 to 10 pieces that center around a theme or a concept. It usually consists of a few tops, one or more bottoms, as well as 1 to 2 layering pieces. The key here is that all of the pieces can be mixed and matched together to create several outfits and ideally can be worn for a variety of occasions. In this case, our theme is winter, and as much as I'm wanting to just have cute little outfits that pair together, I have to prioritize comfort and warmth. My process for designing a capsule wardrobe is to first vaguely decide what types of garments I'm hoping to sew. Then I browse some printed fabrics to create a color palette. With that color palette in mind, I then choose my fabrics and settle on specific sewing patterns to pair with them. So beginning with what kinds of garments I'm looking for, my general rule of thumb is 3 pieces on top, so a woven blouse, a knit top, and a sweater. Then 1 to 2 bottom pieces and a layering piece. I also often like to throw a dress in the mix because I love sewing dresses, I love wearing dresses, but I want to make sure that dress option is one that can be multifunctional. Lastly, it is winter, so I had to top it all off with a nice coat pattern. So this is just my formula based on what I like wearing. It is totally customizable. Now, while I want to create a cohesive, coordinating capsule, I also do not want it to be boring. Sometimes I see capsule wardrobes in magazines or online, and they're just gray and black. Yeah, everything matches, but it's all a bit bland. So I like to get a bit of color and print involved. So my little checklist for fabrics is one with a bold and colorful print, a monochrome stripe or check, and then for my solid fabrics, I really like to lean into some special textures. So think about corduroy, rib, shearling, fleece, some Swiss dot or dobby, even brocades. Solid fabrics with texture like this bring so much character to the capsule wardrobe while remaining really pairable. So to find my fabrics, I made use of all the filter bars on our website. So when you select fabrics, there are several categories along the left-hand side of the web page. These are super helpful in filtering and narrowing down the fabric search. You can search by fabric type, fiber content, brand, color, and even print design. It is so helpful. Now that I've shared a bit about my process, let's get into the fabrics and patterns. As always, everything I mention will be linked below so you can get all of the details plus a dose of extra inspiration from the Minerva community. So in browsing around, I came across a fabric that I have loved for a while. So this is the Atelier Brunette Viscose Dobby. The print is called Posy and the colorway is chestnut. So I love everything about this fabric. I think the colors are so perfect for autumn and winter. I think the print is not only really pretty, but also quite versatile. And then among the print, you can see these little dobby dots woven in. They're not as pronounced as the ones in the solid range from Atelier Brunette, but they still pick up and reflect off a lot of light, giving the print a lot of dimension, which I love. I can definitely see it as a blouse or a dress. It's something you could dress up or pair down. I just love it. But going back to the coloring here, basically this has become my whole color palette for this capsule wardrobe. The print works so nicely here because we have both neutrals and mixer tones. So it's really easy to pull out like the navy or the dark green here. You can mix it up like with this kind of camel-y tone and the powder pink. This combo is what makes this kind of fabric a really great cornerstone piece to build our capsule around. Now I've decided to use this fabric as a blouse. It is quite light, it has a lot of movement. It would be great as a dress or a skirt, but I really wanted to showcase this print like front and center because it'll go with so many pieces and I can build so much around it. For this fabric, I have picked the Josie blouse by Experimental Space. This is such a pretty pattern. I think it strikes the perfect balance between being really wearable while also having some fun, unexpected details. The shape of the blouse is quite simple. The curve of the scoop neck is echoed in the curved hem. They kind of like the curves run parallel, which I think provides a lot of balance to the design. The bishop sleeve gathers into an extra long cuff, but of course the main feature is the triple pleat at the shoulder. It extends down to the arm where it releases all that fullness into the bishop sleeve. I think it is so pretty and so unique. The printed Josie blouse comes in sizes Ava through Gia, which is roughly UK sizes 4 to 16. So that covers hips 31.5 to 43.5 inches. The pattern is meant for beginner improver sewists in terms of difficulty. There's no like tricky shaping to worry about, but the pleats at the shoulder as well as the sleeve cuffs do require some attention to detail. The instructions also show how to sew using French seams, which is a great skill for beautiful finishing. You'll want to stick to lightweight wovens with lots of drape. So cotton lawn or lightweight linen would work nicely, but something like a cotton poplin might be too stiff. Of course, tencel, viscose, like this gorgeous Atelier Brunette viscose dobby are going to be perfect. The next fabric that I chose is this gorgeous green textured tencel. So this is the Meat Milk Stretch Woven Tencel Grunge Jacquard. It is 98% tencel and 2% elastane. It's 47 inches wide, which is a little on the narrower side, so something to be mindful of. Of course, what drew me to this fabric is this luscious deep green color. It is really similar to what we saw in the Posy print. They're gonna look so good together. And secondly, like, look at this texture. It's almost like a hatch design in the jacquard. I think it is so dynamic, especially because tencel like kind of has that sheen to it. You're getting a lot of personality and character from this fabric, even though it's just a solid. So with the stretch component of the fabric, it was really tempting to want to make a pair of trousers with it, but I just think it would be a bit chilly for the winter. It would also be great in a skirt, but I have decided to go a different direction for my bottoms pick. I was really inspired by some of the styling I saw for the Sew Over It Ultimate shift dress, where folks would wear it like layered up like a pinafore. I think it looks so chic and so put together. And that's a great piece for a capsule wardrobe because you can wear it layered over the Josie blouse or over a stripy tee, which we will get to next. But there's also lots of possibilities for wearing it as a base layer and building on top of it. So you could wear it with a cardigan, with like tights and boots for a casual day, or just on its own with some heels and beautiful jewelry for a night out or an event. So lots of possibilities. Now, Sew Over It patterns come in 2 size ranges, so UK 6 to 20 and UK 18 to 30. The 6 to 20 range covers hips from 31 to 48 inches, and it's drafted for a dressmaker's B cup. The 18 to 30 band is for hips 48 to 60 inches and is made for a dressmaker's D cup. You might be thinking, what does my bra size have to do with anything? But a dressmaker's cup is a little bit different, so it refers to the ratio between your high bust here and your full bust measurements. So it's always a great idea to check finish measurements when choosing a size, but especially so if you fall between those crossover sizes between the bands. Now, the sew over it shift dress, the ultimate shift dress, is a beginner pattern. It is also a great first garment pattern. It teaches how to sew darts and facings to ease in the sleeve, but it's also great because there's no zips, no buttonholes, just a little hook and eye for a simple closure. For fabrics, you'll want to look for light to medium weight wovens. Now, if it is a first garment, I would recommend sticking with cotton or cotton lawn. Otherwise, viscose, tencel, linen, and silk are also great options. And I think this tencel jacquard is going to make a gorgeous ultimate shift dress. For this next fabric, I went real basic. I wanted to include a really cute and elevated, everyday chic kind of wardrobe workhorse. And nothing says everyday chic to me like a classic stripy tee. So this is the Minerva Core range cotton jersey. It is 95% cotton and 5% lycra. It has about 50% stretch both horizontally and vertically. And I think this is just the perfect t-shirt cotton jersey. It's a little bit lighter and a little bit drapier than a lot of cotton lycra blends, which I think is really, really great for a t-shirt. So this cotton jersey comes in lots of colors with these cute little stripes. I was a little bit torn between the darker biscuit colorway and this lighter beige. They are both really lovely, but I ended up going with this one. It's a little bit subtler, it's a little more understated, and I think is going to be so great for the capsule wardrobe. For this jersey, I wanted to go with an ultra basic tee that I could wear layered under the ultimate shift dress, under cardigans, tucked into trousers, and of course just on its own. So I went with the Wardrobe by Me Wardrobe Builder t-shirt. So it's exactly what it says it is. This is a great pattern to have in your stash. There are so many variations. There are 5 necklines, 6 sleeve lengths, and 3 body lengths. So you could really you could sew up a whole drawer full of these tees and still feel like each one is a bit different. Now for this capsule, I wanted to sew up the scoop neck to make sure the neckline tucks really nicely under that shift dress when they are layered together. And of course, I went for the long sleeves for extra coziness. The next fabric I was looking for was something to make a drapey soft cardigan. And I have found the most luxurious viscose French terry. So this is the Minerva Core range Eco Vero viscose loop back jersey. It is so lush, I could wrap myself just up in this right now. It is 92% Lensing Eco Vero viscose and 8% elastane. So the Lensing Eco Vero part refers to a certification for certain viscose fabrics that are produced in a more environmentally friendly way. It makes sure that the process limits waste and uses less water. So that is really great. This has really nice recovery, so it returns to its shape after it has been stretched. It also comes in several colors. I was keeping to my color palette and I picked this navy blue. It'll again be lovely against that posy print. It'll pull out the navy that is in the design. Plus it'll be really cute paired with the green tencel sew over it ultimate shift dress. They are both jewel tones, the green and the navy, but the green is a lot lighter, so that kind of creates some contrast that will make them look really nice together. And of course, it's going to match the beige and white striped jersey because those are just easy neutrals. I chose the Jolie Hélène shawl cardigan. I really wanted a long, open cardigan, and this one was exactly what I was looking for. I love the feature shawl collar. I like that it's slightly raised at the back of the neck, so that's going to be extra warm and toasty. The best part, though, has to be the front inseam pockets. So there is a seam around the high hip, which provides some great shaping for the hip, It also is a great spot for some nice roomy pockets, as well as a fun opportunity for some possible color blocking. Hélène comes in both girls and women's sizing packaged all together, which is perfect for a little mommy and me or auntie and me matching moment. Always so cute. So the girl sizes are for age 2 to 13, and the women's sizes are US 4 to 22, which is a 36 to 53 inch hip. Hélène is meant for drapey knits like double brushed poly, sweater knits, knitted stretch velvet, and viscose jerseys like this one. So going back to textured fabrics, I have this really lush jumbo cord in the color camel. This is the Minerva Core Range 5 whale cotton cord. I love the 70s feel to it. It has a nice wide wale and a high pile. They are 100% cotton and super, super soft. Now, I have to admit, I have been listening to a lot of Taylor Swift recently, and some of her outfits from Midnights have been like the sewing inspiration on my mind lately. So in one video, she's wearing these very vintagey, flared camel cords with a stripy roll neck top, and I just have to recreate that look. So I immediately went and checked out our range of cord fabrics, and this one is going to be so perfect. I have been totally obsessed with the Closet Core Mitchell trousers since they were released. They are just an excellent wardrobe piece. The wide leg view is perfect for my Swift-inspired outfit, as well as fitting really perfectly into this capsule wardrobe. So the Mitchell trousers come in two views, a tapered leg and a wide leg. Both views have a front fly / pockets and a really nice deep front pleat, as well as optional back welt pockets and waist sliders. The printed Mitchell trousers come in sizes US 0 to 20, so that's a 33 to 48 inch hip. The Mitchells are an intermediate pattern. The welt pockets and the fly front certainly require some patience and attention to detail, but don't be too nervous because Closet Core's instructions are so good. They're really thorough. They hold your hand through like the whole process. In terms of fabrics, most mid-weight wovens will work really nice for the Mitchell trousers. Denim, linen, twill, or wool suiting will give a nice structured look, but you can also go for something drapey in like a rayon, a tencel twill, a wool crepe, or silk noir. I think this cord is going to be so perfect for really like emphasizing the shape with those deep pleats and the wide legs. I am so excited about sewing them up. Next up, I have another gloriously textured fabric. So this is the Minerva Core Range Cotton Ottoman Rib Knit. This is the color Ivory. It is such a nice, like thick, cozy knit fabric. It is 95% cotton and 5% elastane. It just like feels so nice and squishy. I love the feel of this fabric. The textured stripes are super cool. It gives it like some nice body and structure. So while it is a knit fabric with some elastane in it, it's not like very stretchy. So there's about 20% horizontal stretch and 30% vertical stretch. So the body, the thickness, and the stretch percentage of this fabric make it a perfect pairing for the Sew House 7 toaster sweater #1. So the paper toaster sweater comes with two very different sweater patterns. The toaster 1 is a cropped turtleneck sweater with raglan sleeves. It's made for stiffer fabrics that will hold their shape. By contrast, the toaster #2 is a loose-fitting, flowy sweater with a funnel neck that is designed for drapey knits like viscose jersey or double brush poly. So the toaster 1 is going to be so fantastic for this pattern. I have sewn it twice before and I absolutely love this pattern. The printed toaster comes in sizes extra small to extra large, which covers hips 31 to 50 inches. It is a beginner pattern that is super quick to make. Again, that version 1 is going to be so perfect, made up in this ivory ottoman rib. A winter capsule wouldn't be complete without an outerwear piece, and I have such a fantastic fabric for this. So this is the Minerva Core Range 100% pure wool coating. It's like, it is so soft, it is so squishy and nice, and I love this one so much. So the texture is really cool. It has like a little bit of stretch, which is nice, but really because it is 100% wool, it is going to be so warm and cozy. Now, this one comes in over 30 colors, which is just amazing. I've gone for this dark pink, and I just want to keep this color like in my pocket as a lipstick. To me, it is like the perfect pink. So color-wise, this is a bit where I've deviated from the colors that are in that posy print viscose. The colors there are dark green, navy blue, beige, and powder pink. But because this dark pink, to me, has like a similar kind of vintagey feel as that powder pink, I feel like it slots in really nicely with those other colors. So it'll be really pretty against the dark green. It'll still be nice against the posy print, and of course, like the navy, camel, and ivory neutral tones of this color palette are going to be perfect with this. Since I went for a bold color, I knew that I wanted to keep the style of this coat really streamlined and let the fabric shine here. So I have picked the Liesl & Co. Chevelle coat. It is a classic menswear style coat with a traditional notched collar, collar stand, double piped front pockets with flap closures, and a walking vent. So I love the quality and the detail that Liesl & Co. puts into their patterns. They don't shy away from industry techniques or take shortcuts, but rather their instructions really clearly break down and illustrate these more intermediate skills. The Chevelle coat comes in US sizes 0 to 20, which covers hips measuring 35 to 48.5 inches. While wool, to me, is the obvious choice for this coat, other medium to heavyweight fabrics like canvas, denim, or cotton twill will work nicely as well. So I am just so excited about the idea of this pink Chevelle coat. It'll be so pretty and such a great wardrobe piece. So those are my picks for a cute, cozy winter capsule wardrobe. Just to quickly recap, we looked at making the Josie blouse in the Atelier Brunette Chestnut Posy Viscose Dobby, the Ultimate Shift dress in a dark green meat milk tencel jacquard, a stripy beige and ivory wardrobe builder tee, the Hélène cardigan in a navy Eco Vero loop back jersey, a pair of camel wide wale Mitchell trousers, the toaster sweater in an ivory ottoman jersey, and to top it all off, a dark pink pure wool Chevelle coat. I hope you're feeling inspired to get to sewing your own winter capsule wardrobe. I'd love to know in the comments if you are a wardrobe planner and love this kind of thing, or if you like to follow your creativity wherever it goes in the moment. Either way, let me know what you are making this season, and I hope that this video was helpful and inspiring. Of course, let us know below if you have any questions at all. And if you're not already here with us, go ahead and hit that follow or that subscribe button to get loads more sewing inspiration, tutorials, and more from the team here at Minerva. That's all from me today, so until next time, happy making. Bye!